It's my privilege to continue my conversation with author and pastor Kevin Butcher about his new book, Choose and Choose Again, which we're making available to you all this month. Pastor, I want to talk about a story that you refer to a lot in your book, and it's the story of the prodigal son. And we hear that a lot, but you keep coming back to that story. Why is it so important in the book and to you personally?
Well, for those of us, which obviously included me and includes me, that are struggling to know the Father's love, because again, it's the great lie. Jesus is the one who said, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. So there's got to be a clue somewhere in Jesus in the way he taught, the way he lived, the way he acted, of who the Father really is to us. And it's interesting that the one parable, I mean, you can make a case that every parable was about his Father in some way, but the one parable where he basically says, this is who the Father is. You want to know who God the Father is and how he feels about you? This is who he is the parable of the prodigal son.
Okay.
And in that parable, you have two sons, one who goes into the far country trying to fill up the emptiness that he has when he leaves his father. He thinks there's something out there that the father couldn't give him. And the other son, of course, is the religious son who has stayed close to home, but wouldn't really get close to his father. He just knew all the rules of how to be with the father, but really didn't know how to know the Father's love. And what I find in both of those stories that's fascinating and that has really been life-giving to me and it's been healing to me is that the father, even when the younger son went off into the far country, the father never dissed him. I mean, when that son said, give me all your money, I'm leaving, it was tantamount in that day to saying, I want you dead.
Absolutely.
It wasn't just like, I need to invest in a business, would you bless me with some of my inheritance, Dad? He's saying, I want you dead. The father, we think when we offend the father, we think he's like getting ready to smack us or dismiss us or say he doesn't love us. But the story is clear that he stood by that picture window every day, longing for his son to come home. And when that son began to come home from the far country and his little head came right up over that horizon, this father gave away all of his dignity, because a dignified Hebrew father would never pick up his robes and run. He picked up his robes, he girded his loins, old King James, ran out to meet that son, and before the son even had a chance to say, I'm sorry, he bequeathed all these gifts to him, smothered him with kisses, gave him his compassion, and he said, we're going to party because my son has come home. And then he did the same thing to the son who was outside. He went out and knelt in front of him and said, everything I've always had has been yours. Why don't you come in and receive what I have for you? I think Jesus was trying to say for all eras and all sons and daughters, this is who the Father is. Wherever you're living, he just wants you to come home. And when you make that move, he's going to meet you there and smother you with his kisses and let you know that not only does he love you now, but he has loved you all along.
You know, that is so beautiful and it's so powerful. And I know that some of you are watching this right now and you're thinking, I've run to that far land. I've run too far. The Father can't see me anymore. And what's beautiful is that all we have to do is take that one step back and start coming back to God. And he's not standing there with a rod in his hand to punish us, but he's there to love us and to receive us. Amen. You know, this and more kind of teaching like this is found in this new book, Choose and Choose Again, story after story of how God's love transformed the heart of people. And we want to get this into your hands this month. So would you call right now and request a copy of this book? And when you make a gift to this ministry, we want to send it out to you.